Hello, welcome to Internet Culture. This video covers Unit 6 or Quiz 6 and material from the book in chapters 3.1 and 3.2, also known as Hypertext. Hypertext. Hypertext is itself a thing. It has text. It's made of text. And when we click on it, it leads elsewhere. Hypertext is the basis of the World Wide Web, right? When Tim Berners-Lee invented the web, they were links that took us to other pages. And on those pages were links that took us to other pages, right? The web. Hypertext also influences our notions of text because until hypertext, there was text on paper, text on signs, right? It was very two-dimensional. Hypertext introduces interactivity into the ways in which we make text, use text, consume text. Hypertext essentially is made of two things. The link, which is the connection to a node, which is the content unit. So when you click on a link, it takes you to the node. The node is the thing that contains the information. We can't control, as a user clicking on a link, we cannot control what the node does. Designers set that. They create the interface. We experience the information on the page as a result of the designer's work. Links are the basic elements that provide hypertext with interactivity. So imagine again this idea of culture, right? The integrated pattern of human knowledge, right? And the way that the web is an integrated pattern. So one example we see of a node, or the use of this term node in contemporary culture, can be seen in Battlestar Galactica. The Cylons, cybernetic life form nodes, right? They are the nodes. They are the content units. They contain the data. They contain the code. Dynamic hypertexts automatically produce nodes and links from a database. So if you're reading a blog or an aggregate of RSS feeds, right, you go to a My Yahoo page or iGoogle, you see different news items or weather in different parts of the country. Those links and nodes are produced from other information, a database that feeds it in. So that node itself, your iGoogle or your My Yahoo page, is a node filled with other links that take you to other nodes. Adaptive hypertexts keep track of users' behavior. When you type in something in the search bar in Google, or when you look at your email and you see ads on the side, or when Amazon tells you you might also like this item, that's an adaptive hypertext. Watch Michael Wesch's video, The Machine is Us / Using Us. It's really about adaptive hypertext and how we teach the machine. Also watch the video about privacy and ads in Gmail. Are they reading our email? I don't know, kind of creepy. Creepy! Hypertext as a dialogue. So the authors design the potential dialogues, but it is the users, the readers, who actually engage in this and determine the fruition path. So what we make, the story we tell, the path that we take by clicking on these links creates a kind of a web. Look at the hypertext literature links, hypertext literature created by Stuart Malthrop, and also study these insights from ancient rhetoric. There's 5 things. Inventio, right? So it's brainstorming. Dispositio, ordering these ideas. Elocutio, dressing the concept, shaping the ideas. Memoria, the art and practice of remembering and retrieving these ideas. And actio, the performance, the diction and gestures, the kinds of interactions that we have when we perform. Cantoni and Tardini suggest that by looking at these ancient processes, because in old times we didn't have computers, we didn't necessarily have paper to write on. So when somebody gave a speech, they would have to use this kind of system to be organized. Something interesting, remarkable about memoria, it was developed as a way of remembering who the dead were at a dinner party when the house collapsed. So the surviving guest could reconstruct who the bodies were by where they were sitting when they were alive at the table. Morbid. But think about this. Think about giving a speech. What are you going to talk about first? Well, imagine that you're walking into a house. You walk into the foyer. Imagine your own house. You walk into the foyer. You see something sitting on a table in the foyer. Aha, I'm going to talk about flowers first. You walk into the living room. You see there's a fireplace with a mantle. On the mantle, there's photographs of the family. You're going to talk about the family now. You walk into the dining room. On the table, there's something that reminds you of something else. You go into the next room, and so on and so forth. And you imagine, you use your memory, you use the template of spatial and visual memory to remember this textual memory, to remember words and texts. Something else fascinating about dispositio is that it was originally invented for the author. But with hypertext, this dispositio phase suggests that the readers, the users themselves, the audience members themselves, have a kind of say in constructing what they get to read in a particular moment. Remember to check the deadline for the upcoming comments on the Netiquette essay. Remember to check the deadline for quiz 6. Until next week, I will see you on the internet.